Hey, what's up, my YouTube peeps? Happy weekend and happy Juneteenth for everybody. My name is Mr. G, your meteorologist. Here's your weekend weather forecast. And before we get started, here's some pictures that I've taken of some of the smoke that we experienced across Minnesota on Wednesday and into Thursday. That smoke was super thick. It was just like it was a cloudy day. You couldn't see the sun, and it was ash falling from the sky. So that is one picture of the smoke, and this is a picture facing toward the south, and you can't see downtown in the background because that smoke was that thick. You couldn't see downtown Minneapolis. So again, that very thick smoke out there from those Canadian wildfires, and it was snowing ash. So that was rather an interesting day. And it was very uncomfortable. You could smell the pine in the air, and it was making you choke. It was hard to breathe. You had to put your mask on, so it was just like reliving COVID once again. So again, I'm glad conditions have vastly improved. The sun shined beautifully today. We had a nice breeze that kept the temperatures nice and mild for us. So it was a great day compared to Wednesday and Thursday. Here is your weather forecast for your Saturday across the country. Now, we're going to be seeing a lot of thunderstorms across the Midwest, from the upper Midwest and the northern plains through the central and the southern plains, parts of the eastern Rockies, the northern Rockies, and the high plains of Montana and Wyoming. And we're going to be seeing showers and storms across the Missouri Valley and then across the southern U.S. and the southeast and the state of Florida. Some severe weather is going to happen along the Gulf Coast, the Florida Panhandle, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama. So if you're in Huntsville, Biloxi, you're going to be dealing with those potential for some severe thunderstorms. So watch for damaging winds and large hail. It may be an isolated tornado. Particularly, I'm looking at water spouts right along the immediate Gulf Coast. And then we'll see some severe weather across the central plains and southern plains. So primarily Oklahoma, southern Kansas, and eastern Colorado, and maybe a small slither of northern Texas near Lubbock, Texas. And we are going to be looking at Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and then we're going to be seeing those severe Liberal, Texas as well, Coffeyville, Texas, Bartlesville, Oklahoma. We're going to be looking at that potential for that severe weather on Saturday. Tornadoes are going to be possible, large hail likely, damaging winds will be about 70 miles an hour, an occasional gust might hit 90, and we have the potential of a derecho as well across the plains there of Oklahoma. So that is something that we have to watch out for, where we could deal with a very fast moving straight line wind event that could produce winds of up to 100 miles an hour, and these storms can move eastward very fast. Highway speeds, we're talking about 60 miles an hour or more. So these can be very fast moving thunderstorms, a very long line that can extend 400 miles in length or more, and about 60 to 80 miles in width. So a very fast moving, a very dangerous situation potentially across the southern plains for your day on Saturday. We have a storm system moving across the northern tier of the country, across the Pacific Northwest. As you can see over my shoulder there, you'll see those showers and thunderstorms across Montana, Wyoming, and the state of Idaho, as we have that storm system riding along the U.S. and Canadian border. So it's going to provide some moisture, and we can see a few rain and snowflakes mixed there across the higher elevations of the Cascade Mountain Range, and we can see some showers along the immediate coast of Oregon and Washington as well. So Portland could see some rain showers, and Seattle could see a shower as well. Dry weather will prevail across the Ohio Valley and the mid-Atlantic states. Very nice and comfortable weather conditions for you folks. But if you're in the Northeast, so Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, down to New York City and in Connecticut, you can see some showers and thunderstorms and some much improved air quality for you folks. and some much needed rainfall potentially for that area, as it has been very dry this spring, and those showers and storms will continue again across the southeastern United States. Here's a look at your Sunday weather forecast. We'll see a fairly potent area of severe thunderstorms down here along the Gulf Coast. So primarily southern parts of Arkansas, northern Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, we could see some severe weather. And those primary threats are going to be some tornadoes, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour, large hail, maybe 1 to 2 inch diameter hail, and some excessive rainfall that could lead to some flash flooding and urban and small stream flooding, as well as we can see very large, heavy rainfall amounts in a very short period of time. And we'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout most of the Midwest for your day on Sunday. That includes Minnesota, Wisconsin. We're going to see those showers and thunderstorms potentially across eastern North and South Dakota, eastern Nebraska, eastern Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, eastern Texas, east of Dallas-Fort Worth area, eastward toward the southeast. Showers and storms will be possible across the southern Appalachian Mountain Range. We will see another nice mild day across parts of the Pennsylvania and Ohio and into West Virginia and Maryland as well. So beautiful day for you folks as you are kind of sandwiched in between storm systems. We have another system across New England that's going to bring showers and thunderstorms for your Sunday. So we will see the potential for some beneficial rainfall and much improved air quality as well. So moving on with the rest of the forecast, here is going to be our upper air pattern through Monday, and we're going to see a relatively flat jet stream with just a slight ridge over the nation's midsection, a slight troughing coming in off of the west coast. So that is going to make our steering wheels rather progressive. So we're going to see very fast moving storm system moving across the central and southern tier of the United States. So we're going to see several rounds of thunderstorms down across the south and the Midwest as well. So it's going to start to warm up across the state of Texas and in the desert southwest as well. And those temperatures will start to flirt with the triple digit down across the state of Texas. And on the opposite end of that, in the northeast, will be beautiful and comfortable as we head through the weekend and into Monday. So very nice weather across the northeast before the mid-Atlantic, before we start to see some showers and storms move into the northeast this weekend. But further down to the south, if you're south of D.C. and maybe around North Carolina, you'll be seeing a very comfortable weekend. Showers and thunderstorms and severe weather is going to be possible Saturday afternoon and Saturday night across the Ozarks, Oklahoma, Arkansas, southern Missouri, southern Kansas. We can see the a moderate threat for severe weather, where our local heavy rain and flash flooding, large hail, damaging winds are going to be the primary threats, and we can see a slight risk for severe thunderstorms across East Texas, southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and southern Georgia as well. And the Florida Panhandle, you all have a slight risk for seeing some severe weather on your Saturday afternoon and into Saturday night. Sunday and Sunday night, severe weather for the same area pretty much for the most part. Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Louisiana, East Texas, eastern Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, and southern Missouri could see that potential for some severe weather, and that is a slight risk for severe weather or a marginal risk for severe weather. Localized flash flooding, some large hail, and damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour. And then here is a look for Tuesday through Friday into next week. So we're going to see a ridging take place across the eastern U.S., a long wave trough across the western U.S. that's going to contribute to cooler weather across the Pacific Northwest, but warmer weather across the Midwest, and it's going to introduce introduce some moisture and some much needed rainfall across the high plains and into Minnesota. So Fargo, Rapid City, you guys can finally get some beneficial rain and thunderstorms as well, which has also helped to clear out some of that smoke that's still lingering in the air across those regions as we see those winds change direction, and we're going to start to see some moisture get introduced into those areas as well. We're going to see that increasing heat and humidity down to the south. So through the Ozarks and the Missouri Valley, we're going to see temperatures try to flirt with that triple-digit mark, and we're going to see those showers and storms potentially later in the week across that region. So again, we're going to see more showers and thunderstorms across the southeastern United States as we get into middle and the end of next week. We're going to be seeing some copious amounts of tropical moisture in the area as we're going to have an area of low pressure over Georgia, and that's going to help to provide some moisture, some energy for lots of rounds of showers and thunderstorms across the state of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, as well as North Carolina. So if you're in the southeastern United States, get your umbrellas out and be prepared for a lot of rainfall. I'm not expecting any severe weather, but just lots of tropical downpours with those big fat raindrops. So get ready for that heavy rainfall across the southeastern U.S. through the middle to late next week. And that is a look at your southeast. Now, we got to talk about the changes in the Pacific Northwest as we're going to see that trough dig in across the western United States, and it's going to make things unseasonably cool as we head through the weekend and into the next week upcoming. So Monday through Tuesday, we're going to be seeing it about 15 degrees below average. We're going to be seeing some temperature records get flirted with, maybe broken. So we will be watching for the potential for some records to be broken, and we're going to be seeing daily rounds of showers and some thunderstorms, and we'll see snow levels as low as 4,000 feet, where we can see a mixture of rain and snow in some of the passes of the Cascade Mountain Range as well as the Northern Rockies. So that is a look at the weather across the Pacific Northwest. Here's a teaser about some of the temperatures we are going to see across the Pacific Northwest next week as we check out Portland and Seattle, and we see our forecast high of about 61 degrees respectively, and you can see that we could possibly tie some records set back in the 1960s and in the 1916, so we could possibly break some records as we get pretty close to some records there in some locations. So that is your weather forecast for the weekend and the parts of the next week as well. The special things that we got to worry about as far as general nice weather. But as far as any severe weather or storms or anything like that of particular note, that's what we were looking at. So thank you for watching me. Leave a like, comment. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, and we will be back probably tomorrow night with another weather forecast video. Thank you. Bye-bye.